Okay, hi students. In this lecture, I will explain you the methods of engineering analysis. Okay, methods of engineering analysis. Actually, I have explained this uh, in the previous lecture. Okay, let us recap what we have discussed in the previous video or lecture. You can see here the experimental methods. In experimental methods, prototypes are used and it needs manpower and materials, and obviously it is time consuming and costly process. Okay, this is not economical for large projects. Then second method is analytical methods or theoretical methods. In these theoretical methods, we expressed our problems by using differential equations or normal equations, and by solving those equations, then we'll get the closed form solutions, and exact solutions with lot of quickness. And but the main disadvantage is it is only used for very simple geometrics and simple loading conditions and simple support conditions, but not used for complex geometries and complex loading conditions and complex supports. Okay, then in order to resolve what are the disadvantages of experimental methods and analytical methods, a numerical method or approximate methods came into existence. Okay, these numerical and approximate methods are very are suitable for programming. So in order to write the generalized programs or very complex problems, just we have to use the computer. So for solving this kind of numerical problems or approximate method, these programming languages are very useful. What is the advantage of these numerical methods is, for complex material properties and boundary conditions, the engineers prefers numerical methods that gives approximate but acceptable solutions. It gives the approximate solutions, but many of the engineers will be accept those approximate solutions. Okay, then this is all about. And coming to numerical methods, again numerical methods or approximate methods, again numerical methods are divided into uh, again numerical methods are divided into three types. Three types. One is functional approximation. Second one is finite difference method, and the third one is you can see here. Third one is what we are discussing: finite element methods. Finite element methods, or we can call as a finite element analysis. Okay, in this functional approximation, classical methods such as Rayleigh-Ridge method, or we can call as a variational approach method, and Galle-Currin methods are used. In your syllabus only you have Rayleigh-Ridge method to solve the beam problems, to solve the bar element problems. Then coming to Rayleigh-Ridge method is useful for solving. This Rayleigh-Ridge method is very useful to solve the structural problems. The structural problems like beam, okay, beam, bar element, trusses, okay, trusses, and all these problems we can or regarded as structural problems. Okay, encountered in finite element analysis. And weight residual method is very useful for solving non-structural problems. Non-structural problems are nothing but fluid mechanics, okay, fluid mechanics, and heat transfer problems, thermodynamic problems, heat transfer problems. These all regarding mechanical engineering. Okay, heat transfer problems. Okay, structural problem means what regarding our civil engineering, that is analysis of beam, analysis of truss, analysis of portal frames, analysis of continuous beams, analysis of thin plates. Thin plate is nothing but slab. Okay, for in your syllabus you have only bar element, to solve the bar element and trusses and also beam. Okay, then coming to differential method, finite different method is used for solving the heat transfer and heat transfer, fluid mechanics, and structural mechanical problems. Okay, then applicable to any phenomena for which differential equation along with boundary conditions are available. In this finite different method, before solving problem, we have to require differential equations. Okay, let us say if you want to solve the slope deflection method, deflection of the beam, then you have to have bending moment equation, that is EI d square y by dx square, d square y by d. This is a differential equation. Before solving problem, we have to require a differential equation along with the boundary conditions. In the first method, differential equation must be known before solving the problem. Okay, before, in the first method, differential equation must be known before solving the problem. Okay, in this method, FDM method. Okay, coming to then coming in this finite different difference method, the region is subdivided into convenient number of divisions. We have to divide, let us say this is a bar element. In order to solve, we have to divide the elements into number of parts. Then apply differential equation and boundary conditions to find the solutions. Okay, to find the solutions. Then examples are double integration method and Mechelen method. Already you have dealt in your strength of materials or structural analysis 1 and structural analysis 2. Okay, what is the demerit of this finite difference method? Is this method is difficult to use when regions are curved. Let us say where you have to solve this type of section or some irregular section like this, then it is very difficult. Okay, it is difficult to write general computer problems, this kind of for curved regions or irregular shapes. Then coming to finite element method or finite element analysis, it is a numerical method for solving problems of engineering and mathematical physics. Okay, body or structure. In this body or structure is divided into smaller elements or of finite dimensions called finite elements. Okay, body or structure is divided into smaller elements of finite dimensions called finite elements. Let us say, you can see here, this is the bar element. This is the bar element. In this finite element method, what we do, we divide the structure into number of parts. That process is called differentiation, and that each part is called finite element. Each part is finite element. The elements are connected the finite number. These elements are connected by joints, and this is called nothing but joints, or we can call as a finite nodes or nodal points. Okay, these are element numbers. This is element number 1, element number 2, and element number 3. Okay, I will explain. You can see here. Then after then after apply assemble all the elements and form the global and apply the boundary conditions. Okay, apply the boundary condition to solve the problem. You can see, let us say this is an bar element so we have to solve by using finite element method. First step is we have to divide the bar into number of equal parts like this. Okay, then we have to give the numbering node 1, this is node 2, and this is node 3, and this is node 4, and this is node 5. Then we have to give the element number also. This is element number 1, element number 2, element number 3, element number 4, and let us say this is having length L. So we have divided this bar into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. So each part length is L by 5, L by 4. So then after we have to find F is equal to Ku. We have to find the stiffness for each element. The stiffness is vary. For bar element, stiffness matrix is different. For beam element, stiffness matrix is different. For truss element, stiffness matrix is different. As usual, for each element we have to find this finite element equation. After assemble, we have to apply the boundary conditions, and we have to find our displacements. Means we have to find this displacement. That is U is equal to F by K. Okay, this is the way all about this finite element methods. Okay. Okay, this is all about numerical methods or approximate methods. Okay, there are 3 types. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching this video. Thank you.